Before we get started on witches and weebs, let us cleanse our spaces of negative energy with a protection mantra said by Space and finished by me, Baji.
If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get about my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face.
Period. Welcome to Witches and Weebs, where otaku and spirituality come together. Our mission is to build a community using the mysterious and fascinating craft of witchcraft and spirituality and connecting it with fandom culture. As you already know, I am the lovely and wonderful Azari, joined by my two wonderful weeby witches.
Hello, everybody. My name is Baji, your favorite trickster demon on Twitch, and Bokor of the Blue for spirituality.
And I am Space. And I'm the researching otaku and chaotic chaos witch. Welcome.
Who's currently dying.
Yes, obviously, always.
Today's topic is meditation and how you're probably doing it wrong, at least for you specifically. There's upwards of 16 types of meditation that branch down further into subsections upon subsections. We'll cover yogas from Eastern cultures and various breathing techniques from Western cultures, music meditation, guides, and present you guys with a neurodivergent friendly selection because even you guys can meditate. It's called hyperfixation. Moving on.
All right, so I guess I can kickstart things here as the one who had to learn about this subject as I was researching for the episode, and that would be passive meditations. Passive meditations are for those who lead a busy or active life and need a method of sort of hitting the pause button on life for a while. They are for allowing both body and mind to be at rest. These techniques are for those who, by design, can still still themselves for a time like quiet contemplation. This can be observing scenery, journaling, sorting your thoughts in silence. It is about taking control of the mind rather than to declutter thoughts. I'm just going to go from bottom up on these because they start from beginning and then I go to advanced, but I sort of did them in reverse order here. The first method I would like to talk about in this one is the mantra method. Mantra is a Sanskrit term with man, or man, meaning mind, and tra, meaning release. A mantra is a word or phrase you repeat during meditation. It's a tool to help you release your mind. It can take a lot of thought can go into your own personal mantra, especially if you have trouble concentrating or getting in the right frame of mind. Many people find that a mantra can boost awareness and improve concentration since it helps you stay focused. It could lead to improved results from meditation if used with other methods. So not only is it a primary form of meditation, you can actually use it with any of these other methods that we're going to talk about today. Any comments regarding the mantra method? Do you guys have a personal mantra?
I actually like to listen to YouTube mantras when I'm cleaning. It's my favorite thing to do. It's such a way to just completely focus on what the mantra is doing and just move through your day. But I know that's not passive at all, but I got ADHD, man. I have to do double
You're right.
overstimulation. But I do love mantras. I think Mia would like mantras.
I didn't even know mantra was a Sanskrit term. I had no idea.
I didn't either before I started researching because passive isn't my usual method.
I knew it was Sanskrit because I've done more research into passive than I did active, which is kind of ironic because I did active. But I didn't know what it meant, so that was interesting. I like that.
It was a really cool little thing I found in the research.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to mantras, I myself don't really use them. I understand that they are used for a lot of people for like manifestation or like willing good things to come into their lives.
Yep.
I myself have never been able to focus a mantra for very long. Like I'll be like, okay, I'm hardcore. I'm gonna focus this mantra and think nothing else but this for the entire day, and then 5 minutes later, I will lose it.
Well, like when I think of mantras, I do mantras as like words of affirmation. So it's even if you don't have to say it all day. You can say it maybe like a few times a day. Like if you're not as feeling especially attractive or anything, you can literally look in the mirror and just be like, I am wonderful, I am beautiful, I am gorgeous. Like just giving yourself a little pep talk, but just repeating those words until you feel you believe them. And it's really helpful because it kind of just like gives you that confidence, like, all right, I feel good today. I feel like a bad girl today. I feel like a bad bitch today. I feel wonderful. I feel fine. I feel great. I feel wonderful. I am blessed. I am healthy. I am wealthy. Like things like that. Those are some of the things that I say during the day. Just so it's like you're speaking it into existence, you're affirming yourself about it. And I think it's just
You're just playing, like, the mantras is just about changing the recording that's going on in your head already.
yep.
Yeah. Uh, and I believe it is a good supplementary tool for any other form of meditation because we can all keep a thought in mind while we are doing other things or focusing on another thing.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna bring up, like, at least two of your things as a, like, couplet with all my things because they're mentioned way often.
Funny you should mention that because this next method, again, going bottom up here from my topics and research, is one that can cross over with active meditation. It's also the easiest to learn but hardest to master, in my opinion, and that is the mindfulness method. Mindfulness is one that you may actually already be practicing without knowing it. As a human with anxiety issues, I know I do at times, but didn't really have a word for how I calmed myself, self-soothed myself, until I started researching this method. The practice of mindfulness itself is a semi-modern method of living out your life, but taking in full awareness of your actions and place inside of it. It's things like when you brush your teeth, you count how many times you move your hand, you feel your legs moving unconsciously in your chair, and you let them settle by focusing on them. You take a walk and notice your arms and just how they are swinging as you're moving. It's about taking note of those unconscious things consciously. It allows one to be fully in control of their body and thus the mind, and at times can allow a feeling of hyper-awareness of your own actions when practiced for long enough. It's recommended for those who have anxiety and need a method of self-soothe, or those who lead a busy life and don't really have time to stop moving. I myself practice mindfulness to get out of mental states.
I practice mindfulness when I'm cleaning because I hate to clean. So I have to just, like, completely focus on it. No thoughts. This will be one that I will be referencing in my thing a lot. Because that's, like, a huge part of physical.
It's also a neurodivergent friendly one that I have listed too.
So that is one that we will talk about a lot. That's your best bet as the easiest way into meditation.
But remember I said, easiest to learn, hardest to master, because when you focus on your mindfulness, it becomes just sort of like, okay, am I focusing a little too hard? It becomes a thing, but it becomes a personal thing that you yourself have to acknowledge what is your level of mindfulness and are you going too far in.
Yeah, you kind of start tunneling when you get too deep into it. And it could be a little dangerous because at that point you're like, oh crap, there are other things I'm supposed to do. And here I am drawing all my attention to this.
That's the hyperfixation coming in.
Oh,
Yep. All right. So our next method, and these next two increase in difficulty drastically for passive meditation wise. The first one I talk about is Zazen. Zazen is a form of seated meditation. This is the stereotypical one you see in a lot of movies and a lot of shows when they show the yoga studio and everybody on the floor cross-legged going Om with that mantra.
This is what everyone thinks, that this is the only type of meditation that there is.
Exactly. But it is also at the very heart of Zen practitioners. Zen is known as the meditation school of Buddhism. Zazen is the study of the self. The Buddha sat in meditation to realize enlightenment, and for about 2,500 years, this meditation tradition continued, passed down to us from generation to generation. The Buddha's meditation practice spread from India, China, Japan, other parts of Asia, and then finally to the West. The essential aspect of Zazen is fairly easy to communicate, and it's important for both beginning and mature practitioners. At the same time, a person's experience of meditation can change profoundly if they practice consistently. With consistent practice, Zazen transforms our mind, heart, and life. Zazen is a practice of both posture and relaxed breathing, and is considered to be one of the foundation methods for practicing, whether active or passive. In fact, I found this method so foundational to learn. I actually have the source link right here where you can learn all about Zazen. It's simple link. It is just zmm.org, and it will tell you everything from the postures to the breathing methods, all about Zazen.
Well, the good thing is I'm going to still make those little infographics, so I'm going to put that on that infographic for the meditation. I'll definitely make note of that, because that shit is hard. As somebody who can not stop moving, I am somebody who loves to move. So sitting like that and just focusing in your mind, that shit is hard.
Oh, then you're going to find this one even harder, because our last method that I have here for passive is also a Buddhist method, but it is the extreme variant.
Oh boy.
Yes, the most difficult one for passive meditations, absolute challenge mode, do not attempt for casuals, is called the Vipassana. And I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Vipassana. And it means to see things as they really are. It is one of India's most ancient techniques of meditation. It was taught in India more than 2,500 years ago as a universal remedy for all ills, and also as an art of living. It's a way of self-transformation through self-observation. Focuses on the deep interconnection between mind and body, which can be experienced directly by disciplined attention to the physical sensations that form the life of your body. It is this observation-based, self-exploratory journey to the common root of mind and body that dissolves mental impurity, resulting in a balanced mind full of love and compassion. Now here's the hard part. This meditation requires a process of purifying the body to clear the mind, abstaining from all things the Buddha would deem impure. That includes sexual activity and intoxicants, and is never to be taken lightly.
Oh, no way.
Once the body is pure, the mind shall go with it through deep reflections on previous actions and how you will proceed with life going forward, newly pure of mind and body. See what I mean when I say it's the hard mode?
Oh, that's a hard mode. That's raw dogging life? No, thank you.
Keep in mind.
That's raw dogging life? No, that is not for me.
Sexual activity and intoxications means even the compulsion, even mentally, you have to abstain. You have to cut your own thoughts off.
So I can't even... Come on.
You
Not
couldn't
even a
even
thought.
think about it? Damn, they're raw dogging completely. Like, they're not even having their little fantasy worlds like us do, like us girls do.
Yeah, no, this is absolute challenge mode. Do not attempt, you will become a monk.
Yeah.
Oh no, couldn't do it.
That is a
Lifestyle. More power to
lifestyle.
them. That is a whole lifestyle. Now, of course, these aren't the end all of passive meditations. There's probably mixes in there that don't have to go so far. I hope so.
Oh, absolutely. Passive meditations cover a wide berth of things.
Yeah, these are just starters.
Zazen itself as a foundation covers a wide range of subgenres of passive meditation.
I was like, that's a huge leap to just go from sitting on the floor to abstain from everything fun in life ever. No pizza.
Not even no pizza, no seasoning.
I feel like the amount of discipline that you would
I
need to
couldn't do
achieve
it.
that is crazy wild.
That's insane.
That's
that is
why
some
apparently the Buddha is
superhuman.
the only one to have ever become pure of both body and mind.
Bless
it is
you,
a
Buddha.
constant journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. That's a journey. That's a life journey that you're constantly trying to obtain. Which, I mean, is a good way to go about it, though. Because life is always... It's never perfect. It's always a journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, like, the thought of purifying body and mind together, that abstaining, that one isn't nearly as terrifying to me in Vipassana as you go. Once body is pure, mind shall go with it. Deep reflections on all of your previous actions through life, meaning since your mom got pregnant with you, until reflecting on what you are going to do step by step going forward. You are thinking about your entire life before and after. Always.
God damn. Thinking about every choice you make. Damn, I couldn't do it. No,
I
that's too
feel
much
like
for
that's
me.
one of those kind of generational kind of meditations where if you're not like really not necessarily studying it, but if that's not something that you follow from the get-go, then it'll be increasingly more difficult to do it.
It is a full lifestyle, so if you are dedicated to that choice, most power to you.
Oh, all the power to you.
Oh my god, the discipline it would take. I would, revere you. Like, that is some insane superhuman discipline to be able to do that shit.
At the same time, though, we couldn't revere them. Just by this
That's
meditation
true.
technique. We're not allowed that. And they're
That's
not allowed to
true.
accept it.
That's fucking true, man.
You can't even think about holding hands or nothing. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I
Imagine
couldn't do
holding
that.
hands, the most perverted activity you can
Oh,
do in
you're
2023.
disgusting if you hold
Oh, I
hands.
know.
That's so
Holding
rude.
hands. So lewd. So terribly lewd.
Ugh.
Just watch hentai like the rest of us,
You
freak.
filthy person holding
Dude.
hands. How dare you?
Speaking. Alright. So, now that we've talked about passive meditations, we gotta move on to stuff that you can use mindfulness as a part of this. Active or motion-based meditations are for those who want more movement in their lives while also practicing mindful techniques and mindfulness alongside meditation. These techniques may also be good for those with neurodivergence, such as they often have a hard time sitting and focusing, speaking from reference of myself. Okay, now let me see how this is pronounced before I mess it up.
Oh my goodness gracious.
This one I know just because I used to be a martial artist.
Aikido is a modern... Now, of course, I'm going to have to go with the Japanese technique first, because that's the theme. Aikido is a modern Japanese art that was developed in the early 20th century by Marie... Oh, I forgot how
Morihei
to...
Ueshiba.
There you go. I forgot how to pronounce it. The
Can you
word
call yourself a
Aikido...
weeb?
I know, I'm so terrible. Can be translated as the way of harmony with the spirit or the way of unifying with life energy. Aikido focuses on using the opponent's energy and movements to neutralize attacks rather than relying on brute force or causing harm. It is often described as non-aggressive and non-competitive martial art that emphasizes on self-defense, personal growth, and harmony. Now, the key principles and features of Aikido include circular movements, a unification of the mind and body, where you are practicing mindfulness and focusing on getting how your body is moving, and centering, which is another type of meditation. You are centering in yourself. You're feeling every single movement in your body.
Uh, I used to practice American Karate Kung Fu, and Aikido was actually a little bit of a basis on how to counter slash defend against attackers, but it's also really good as a meditation technique in and of itself. Uh, Martial arts wise, it's not considered the best. In fact, a lot of people kind of talk the ish on Aikido, but Aikido itself has been around for so long, and it is such a well refined art. It is almost like a dance, seeing someone who really knows their stuff in motion. It is absolutely beautiful to see. I love Aikido.
Now, continuing on with that is that there's multiple. I'll have some honorable mentions of other Japanese styles and other different types, because there's so many different ways that you can meditate actively if you cannot just sit down. Because I'm a girl who cannot sit down. I'm not even a girl. Never mind.
I am a person.
I am a person. I am a thing.
I'm space.
I'm Space.
I'm space. Now, moving on from Japanese, we're gonna go left, east, west.
That
it
would
east?
be West.
West.
Never eat sour watermelon. That is the compass. Never eat sour watermelon.
So we're going west. We're going west to China, or like India, farther, sorta. Anyway, we're gonna go to yoga. This breaks down into so many different types of yoga. I'm only going to talk about a few and just a little bit of an overview. Yoga is a holistic practice that encompasses a wide range of techniques, including physical postures or asanas, breathing asanas. No, I didn't get it either. I tried and I still
emphasis
failed.
on the S and the N, honey.
Asanas?
Asanas.
Ashias.
Ashanas.
You're adding an I.
What is wrong with my tongue? Now I want to cry.
She said mediation.
You have to cut that out. You have to cut that out. Hold up. Hold up. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oof. Okay. Ashanas.
Ashanas.
Ashanana? Fuck me.
All
right. I have been trying to pronounce these words properly for like 2 weeks, and I still ain't got it.
Okay, we'll do it singing. Ashana.
Ashanas.
That
There
came
you
really
go.
got to
Ashanas.
you, didn't it?
Oh my god. That
It
actually
really did.
worked?
Shut
What the fuck? Meditation and ethical practices. It aims to achieve balance and harmony. I'm just going right back into my story. Forget you guys. It aims to achieve balance and harmony in the mind, body, and spirit. Various styles of yoga cater to different methods. Like Hatha yoga emphasizes physical postures and alignment. Vinyasa yoga focuses on fluid movements and breathing coordination. Bikram yoga involves a series of 26 challenging postures in a heated room. That is hot yoga for everyone to understand. That shit's hard. I went to one. Hard as fuck. Mm-mm. We'll never go again. Mm-mm. At least not until I'm physically fit. Mm-hmm. But shit, that is some fucking yoga. I'm pretty sure that's just not how that's supposed to be pronounced.
Kundalini.
Oh, no, that was right. Kundalini aims to awaken dormant energy through specific practices. Ashtanga.
You got it.
Yes. follows a specific sequence of postures and is physically demanding. And this one I could never get. Iyengar yoga concentrates on precise alignment and the use of props, which is basically like sticks, poles, all that kind of stuff. There's plenty more. That was a pronunciation journey, and I've been practicing for 2 weeks, and I still failed. Still fell flat on my face and failed.
It's okay. We pick you up again.
Yes.
However, that is only the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more different types of yogas. That's not even the start of it.
Yeah. I feel like after yoga moved to the West, it drastically evolved.
Well, these are like specific to... These started back when.
Okay, I have a question. That may or may not be related to active meditation.
Okay.
That is a completely different topic. Would you consider pole dancing a form of meditation?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you practice mindfulness during it, absolutely.
Bet.
That's all you have to do.
Bet.
We'll cover that in topic 4.
Actually, I'm going to bring up another one that's going to be really fun, and I think you're going to like it. But then we go back east to Tai Chi. I probably should have redid that order, actually, and done the journey west properly.
We're on a world tour.
We are on a world tour.
But we're going to journey back east and go to China for Tai Chi, which everyone kind of understands what Tai Chi is, but there's far more subgenres to Tai Chi as well, like yoga. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art that combines slow and flowing movements with deep breathing and meditation, mindfulness. Is often referred to as moving meditation. The primary motives for practicing Tai Chi include health and relaxation. Tai Chi promotes relaxation, balance, flexibility, and overall well-being because stress kills the body. Trust me. Stress kills the body. Martial arts. Some practitioners focus on Tai Chi as a martial arts training for self-defense because it is about evading movements. Energy cultivation. Tai Chi can be used to cultivate and balance the body's energy, Qi or Qi, depending on how you say it. Mind and body connection. It enhances the connection between the body and mind through mindful movement. Okay, that was a tongue twister. I would say I actually got introduced to Tai Chi by this big buff guy when I was like 12.
Tell me more.
Okay, relax.
I want to say it was Bobby's time. I'm gonna look it up actually.
I can't believe you learned Tai Chi from Terry Crews. That's crazy.
So that would be a hell of a story. Could you imagine that? Yo, I went to Terry Crews' house. He taught me Tai Chi. He said power. He ate my son.
He ate your... Excuse me?
He ate the son.
Okay, I'm like, why is Terry Crews out here eating people?
Because he has the power.
Power!
That is Herbert Mountain Dew Camacho.
Oh my god.
I can't find it. Am I like losing my mind?
Watch her pull up like Radical Eddie's Tai Chi studio.
Oh no, like this was a... Okay, listen, this was one of those infomercials at very late at night, dude.
Oh
and I swear to God.
Are you talking about Billy Blanks?
Holy shit. Yes. Oh my God. Yes! Yes, he had a Tai Chi video, I swear on God. No, I saw the infomercials for it. I would sit up late at night and just watch the infomercials because they were interesting. Fucking I also got introduced to Tybo by that dude too, of course. I can't believe you know who he is.
second you said Billy, I'm just like, wait. You said infomercial and I got it right away because I could not
Remember
avoid
we were talking
those.
about meditation and not Billy Blank. That was a good time. I missed that timeline.
Free promo for Billy Blanks, by the way.
All right, Billy Blanks, come sponsor us if you're still active.
Oh my god, well, his son, like, Billy Blanks Jr.
Billy Blanks Jr.
Yes, dude, he has a whole cardio fit fucking thing, I guess.
Free promo for Billy Blanks and Billy Blanks Jr. by the way.
Sponsor us, please. Thank you. Alright. That's all I have to say on that. That's it. But however, I will bring up a bunch of honorable mentions because there are so many different ways that you can meditate. Like, we brought up pole dancing earlier, right? Belly dancing.
Oh.
Belly dancing. You ever wanted an excuse to learn belly dancing? There you go. Because you're gonna have to focus on moving your belly like that. That shit is hard, and it's gonna take time, and you're just gonna have to redo it. Meditation.
For sure.
There is another Japanese dance form called buto, I think.
It sounded like you just called me a puto.
Like, did
Oh
you just
my
swear
God.
at me in Spanish?
No. I swear I'm allowed to say that word specifically, but I'm not going to. Buto is a Japanese dance form that focuses on expressing deep emotions in the subconscious. It can be meditative and transformative for practitioners for dancers. What am I trying to say? English.
Words are hard.
But you've got Pilates, of course. Everyone knows Pilates.
Yes.
While it's not traditionally considered a meditation method, it involves such controlled movements and breathing techniques designed to improve physical strength and flexibility and posture that it can find a way to be deeply connecting to your body, which is a type of meditation. There is a Southeast Asian martial art method with flowing circular movements called Salat that some practitioners have found to be meditating and spiritually enriching. It's very much like if you were to not do the ribbon dancing, like do the ribbon dancing but without the ribbon. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like that kind of like your gymnast. What am I trying to say?
Are you okay?
No, are you okay?
My
I don't
tongue
think
is
your
broken.
brain and your mouth coordination right now is just not happening.
It's
Say
not.
pepper if you need help.
Apparently I do. Pepper. Pepper. What the fuck is wrong with me
Dr.
today?
Pee-pee.
I think I'm fucking nervous and now I can't talk.
It's
Because I have the
okay.
crib playing wee wee.
Oh my gosh. You're foul.
But all of these active meditations focus on one thing, which is mindfulness. You have to focus exactly on what you're doing because you're moving and you have to focus on those movements, which is excellent for neurodivergent people.
Mhm.
Excellent.
I might try it out, honestly.
I mean, pole dancing? Belly
I
dancing?
want to try that out
Oh.
too. Listen, there's a TikTok challenge going around with a song. I was telling you about this the other day, and it's called Water by Tyla, and it takes a form of South African dancing that she puts into her modern choreography, where you kind of like move your hips, but like with your back kind of thing, and it's complicated. Like a lot of people that I've seen do on TikTok are twerking rather than actually doing the movement of the dance itself, because it's not shaking your butt, it's moving your hips in a way where your leg like stomps on the ground, but it's not stiff, but it's sharp, like a sharp quick movement, and I think it's pretty cool.
Huh.
I wish I knew the name of it.
I'm sure you'll
Well,
find it pop up on your screen eventually again.
I hope so, because I really want to look more into it.
yeah. And when it comes to active meditation versus passive meditation seems like a way to sort your thoughts and just like collect everything and put it where it needs to be. Whereas active meditation seems like I have my thoughts handled right now. I need one thing to focus on.
That, but it also can be a way of keeping your mind quiet because you have such an intense focus on your body that you can't think all those negative thoughts.
Yeah.
So it's another way to keep your mind quiet, but you're thinking so hard about other things that you just don't have room to focus on any other negative stuff going on. I have the urge to cough so bad that I'm holding in. Can you
Let
tell?
it go. Let
Can
it
you
go.
tell?
And while you're doing that, speaking of things and mentality not being quite where we need it to be, but just being a little bit different, Mia, would you care to cover our third topic of today?
Gladly. So my topic, because I am a silly little baby, is neurodivergent meditations. And so it's really good for anybody that is like under the neurodivergent spectrum. So basically people that overthink, don't really think, can't sit still, can only sit still. These are really good meditations for you. So first we have the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. If you want to connect with your environment and attune to your senses, this technique is really wonderful for self-regulation, and it's really beneficial for people who enjoy observing their surroundings. So like it's kind of like a silent game of I Spy with yourself. So basically what you'd want to do is you take note of 5 things around you that you can see. And then once you identify those 5 things, take note and name 4 things within range that you can touch. And after that, you close your eyes, rely on your hearing, and then identify and name 3 things that you can hear. Then you take a deep breath, and then with your nose, your smelly senses, you name 2 things that you can smell. And then finally, you take one thing, identify it, and name it as something that you can taste. So you're basically just allowing your senses to basically figure out what's going on around you. So that way you're more in tune with them and you can understand how your body reacts to knowing what certain things are around you. And so like once that's complete, you can you become familiar with any environment you're in. Even if you're physically stationary, you're still mentally active and opening up your mind to connect even more with your body like it's a second nature. And it's a really great way to steal yourself back to reality just in case you find yourself swirling around in the pools of your mind and need a reminder that you're human.
I could also see that as a really good way to help yourself calm down from an anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
And a great way to, well, it's a great way to start right before you do a ritual for witchcraft too.
Yeah.
Because it completely puts you in your human body and sets you up to be really connected with your energy.
Mm-hmm. Like it just makes you really in tune with centering yourself.
I noticed there's something that none of us said, and I'm really shocked in our notes.
What?
As artists, why did none of us bring up how therapeutic and meditative art can be?
Well, I'm saving that for our last topic.
Yeah, that's how we meditate.
true.
That's the stuff that
That's
we
true.
do.
Okay. Fair. I'll take that as... I was looking at all of our notes, I was like, ain't none of us mentioned art?
All of us are mentioning art.
That's true. We're mentioning it in our own personal practice. Okay.
So,
moving on.
Then we've got aromatherapy, which is a very commonly known kind of meditation that's less about it's less about using all your senses aside from smell and allowing that scent to just flow through your body and release any toxins or anything like stress or and stuff like that. So it's like you're using your sense of smell to work with your mind and influence your mood. It's exactly as it states, therapy in the form of soothing scents that will ease both your mind and body, and utilizes the effects of essential oil and their respective properties, but it's not limited to just inhaling it, because it can be consumed as tea or anything that utilizes these kind of herbs or spices or flora in food where you can identify the smell. So I have a list of my favorites that I commonly use and how they can help you with your inner healing. They can also be used as like a bath kind of fragrance if you enjoy self-care days, or it can be used as fragrance if you just really like smelling good, but also you'll still be able to get the properties from those specific scents. So my most commonly one is lavender. I love lavender. I love the smell of lavender. Unfortunately, lavender is not good for cats. So if you have a cat, kind of try to stay away from it.
Just use it on your like personal self.
Yeah.
Like, you can use it on your body and stuff like that, but don't use stuff in the air that don't use incense, don't use stuff like that. But use it in skincare, use it in glamour, that's perfectly fine.
Don't leave any flowers
use
around.
Lavender in your spell work and stuff like that. Just make sure it doesn't get to the cat.
Yeah. Leave it, keep your cat away from it. So, lavender is commonly associated with calming properties that help ground you and allow you to release any tense or negative feelings experienced, as a way to bring you back to your calm state. It can be massaged into your skin, inhaled with a diffuser, or even used in a bath if you need muscle relaxation. It's a great oil if you're experiencing headaches or any kind of tension with your body, and provides a similar effect to melatonin if you're struggling to sleep. I also learned that it can act as an aphrodisiac that attracts love, while also providing a tranquil space. I didn't know that lavender was an aphrodisiac, and that explains so much.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, I
It's probably.
guess.
I have met people who just hate the scent of lavender, and then me, I'm just like, oh, I actually love this everywhere.
That's fine. Like, every scent is not for everybody.
I was devastated when I found out lavender wasn't good for cats.
Me too.
Because I got rid of everything.
I was like, oh, my lavender everything. I'm addicted to lavender. I have lavender bath salts, bath bombs, oil, tea. Like, I have so much lavender.
You're fine to use it on yourself. Just don't use it in like spray products, incense. Don't use it in anything that they can breathe.
Yeah. My poor little kitties.
There's also a note of caution I would bring up with the aromatherapy method in general. It's not a major one, but if you know someone who is on the spectrum of autism, or someone who has a really sensitive sense of smell that is set off by overreactionary things, aromatherapy may not be the method to go to. Do your research on this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. All of this needs to be researched before you go into it, just for the record. Not just aromatherapy. You should be doing your own research. We're just presenting you with, like, the beginnings, the stages, the little infographics, like, this is an idea.
Like I said, if aromatherapy isn't just inhaling the scent, like, you can still have it in tea, or just maybe cook food with it, or even if the scents are too overwhelming, you can just kind of find something that's a little lighter, but still the same scent, just not super overpowering.
Like, there's ways around all of this. And you can find the scent that works for you, that gives you the properties you need.
Yes, like lavender.
There's plenty of different scents.
Because I am a stress ball.
Yes.
And I love lavender.
Fair.
Because it
I'm a
fills me.
person. And I need citrus scents almost always, because
right.
energy.
I should have included citrus. So the next one I have is chamomile, which again can be consumed as tea. So similar to lavender, chamomile aids in like trouble with sleeping and provides calming properties too. But not only that, it can help reduce stress. So if you find yourself overwhelmed with too much happening at once, you can use chamomile in a diffuser, or again, bath, or on your skin if you have oil. It also soothes your skin. It reduces inflammation. It releases tension. And if you have, like antiseptic or anything like that, or you make your own antiseptic, you can add chamomile to it, and it can heal wounds. Like it's
Oh
not
shit.
it's not like aloe vera doesn't really heal, it kind of soothes, but chamomile
Yeah,
helps with like repairing the skin and helping wounds heal faster and healthier and
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that.
chamomile's amazing. Chamomile for like the treatment, ginseng for the pain.
Hmm.
Damn, I'm learning so much shit. I'm gonna have to keep notes on everything you guys talked about.
So then we have ginger. I love ginger. I love ginger.
Same.
I cook with
Speaking
ginger.
of chamomile, actually, Speaking of chamomile, my husband made me a chamomile tea today.
Oh, he
Speaking
wants
of,
you asleep.
He said
he does want me to sleep. He said, "Go to fucking sleep, bitch."
but
You on my nerves.
You said mediation.
go to sleep.
Makes sense now. Understand. I got him back. I got him back tomorrow morning.
But,
Gotcha.
ginger. Love ginger. Cook with ginger. Ginger ale. Anything with ginger. Ginger's great. So with ginger, if anyone's ever told you that if you drink a can of ginger ale, it'll help you feel better, they're right. It just depends on what brand. Definitely not Schweppes. Probably
No.
not even Canada Dry. I would say.
Oh, well, there goes the future sponsorship for that.
Well,
Right.
I don't want Schweppes sponsoring me anyway.
That's fair.
Which is funny because
we only sponsor.
I grew up with Schweppes and I hated it. I don't really care for Canada Dry, but it is what it is, you know? Those are like
I
the
grew up
two.
with Barks root beer and I hate that shit now.
I don't even like root beer.
My husband's obsessed with root beer. He'll hate you.
I'm sorry. I don't like
I'm not
root
saying
beer.
I got a problem with root beer, it's just Barks.
I'm a Seagram's
Oh,
girl.
my husband.
That's just me though.
I don't drink any soda at all, ever.
Ginger ale's
Blech.
not a soda. It's a carbonated
Blech.
drink.
I don't drink anything with carbonation.
Oh my god. I love carbonated water. So good. Anyway. Ginger. It's really helpful for migraines. It's helpful when you're feeling nauseous and improves a really poor digestive system, which is why I love ginger because my digestive system is awful.
I just made a note. I need some ginger.
In light cases of arthritis, it can be used as a method to ease tension in your joints and promote fluid movement. And it can also help fight off common cold symptoms and promote hair growth. So if you make your own hair growth products, you can add some ginger into it, and ginger will absolutely help it. And it smells really good and tastes great, honestly. Like, if you're a sushi person, they give you ginger to cleanse your palate, and it's
I
really
love the
good.
Oh,
bite.
yeah, I
ginger.
forgot.
I think that's the reason why I don't like Canada Dry and Schweppes.
That's fair.
I
Like-
never eat the ginger.
It's really good. Like, it helps you. It helps your taste buds like feel more refreshed. So when you do change from like sushi to hibachi or whatever else you're eating, you don't really have the lingering taste of whatever you had before
Yeah,
that.
I get you. Oh my god. That's so smart.
Plus, it helps wake you up because it's got that bite, and that's why I don't like a lot of ginger ale. I love the bite of ginger.
I need some ginger for the stomach problems. Yeah, for the gut problems, totally.
Yeah,
Need
no,
that.
ginger is really good for stomach aches.
Gonna have to get some ginger tea for sure. Because I'm a
Which-
tea drinker.
Also ties into the last scent I have is peppermint. If anyone's ever told you to eat a peppermint if you're feeling nauseous or eat mint gum,
Works.
Or anything like
100%
that?
works.
it absolutely works.
I have stopped myself from throwing up multiple times to just peppermint.
Yep.
It works, but I hate the taste.
I love the taste
Same.
of mint. I
mean, I don't hate it. Like, it's overbearing. I would get sensory overload with too much of it.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
I love it initially, but then I get sick of it real fast.
That's fair. Yeah, me too, actually. But I still love it. I'm a masochist. I don't know what you want from me. But
That's fair. That tracks.
it really helps with fighting off stomach aches and nausea. It also helps with improving mental functionality and also with colds, because peppermint has like properties that wake you up and not really force you to pay attention, but you're more alert because it's like, dang, that's kind of smelly smell. It'll clear your sinuses out. Period.
Fair. Yeah,
Like,
that tracks.
Mint is so strong that it's like a Klondike bar. What have you seen those Klondike bar commercials or those stupid "How does it feel to chew 5 gum" commercials where they're promoting the peppermint flavors? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but they're exaggerating a little bit.
They're exaggerating, but it is kind of actually like that.
Yeah, they did a little bit
Puff
of
some
research.
peppermint oil right now. You will wind up in a weird neo-future world where you step into a fucking frozen winter orb.
I do sometimes get the shivers though when I do take
And it's chilly. It felt chilly, but
it's just like right up my spine. Like, oh god.
Then we have deep belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. Practicing breath work will help reduce anxiety and sensory overload. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, it'll calm you down. And it's amazing technique for recentering your focus on top of other benefits. So if you're ever feeling jittery and uneasy, try out diaphragmatic breathing and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then consider trying other sources of breathing exercises. So you basically find a comfortable seat or you lay down on your back. And these are for my neurodivergent people that are okay with sitting still or just being still in general. Bring awareness to your breath while you breathe in and out of your nose. You put your hands below your ribcage where you can feel your diaphragm and just kind of pay attention to it when you're breathing. And then you breathe in slowly, feeling your hands rise and the diaphragm and the muscles between your ribs contract. And then you breathe out and then you feel your hands drop down and your rib muscles and diaphragm relax. And you basically do this for around 5 to 10 rounds, just breathing in and out for a count of 4. And then just pay attention to how your stomach is expanding and retracting and releasing. And it's really nice because you're finding something to pay attention to while you're breathing. So you're still like practicing that mindful meditation, but not to an extreme degree because you're still focusing on your breathing, which also ties into the last one that I have, which is also mindful meditation, but for the neurodivergent people, the neurodivergent friendlies. You set a timer for anything above 1 minute. Doesn't necessarily matter how much time you decide to take, so long as you're comfortable with how long or short it might be. You find the most comfortable seat you have and focus on breathing. It's kind of like it basically ties into diaphragmatic breathing, but it's not really focusing on your diaphragm, but you're just focusing on your breathing as a whole. So you want to breathe naturally rather than have a steady rhythm like a in and out kind of thing. It's more of just breathe naturally how you normally breathe, pay attention to it. And as you're focusing on that, pay attention to the emotions that start resurging from your body. Don't push them away, embrace them. If they make you sad, embrace it. If they make you angry, embrace it. Just take whatever emotion you have and just hold it tight. See how your body responds and note that as if you're unsure of why you feel some way and you don't know how you feel, if you practice this and pay attention to how you were reacting while you were breathing, it's a really good way to note that it might be that emotion that came forward when you were doing this technique. So you just do this for however long your timer is. Embrace every emotion that comes. Don't change your natural rhythm of your breathing. And when the timer is up, you take a cleansing breath through your nose and you expel it out of your mouth. And I had learned this from a neurodivergent writer who is also a yoga teacher named Jody Martin. And she says, you don't need to sit completely still in absolute silence. So if you need to move your body, have your eyes open or closed. If you need to stim or have music in the background, know that it's all perfectly okay.
Good advice.
Good advice.
Very good advice.
I made a note of all of this.
True. I'm keeping this entire research notes that we've all made.
Me too.
Yeah, I think
good.
I think it's just a case of we just leave these like here and I start breaking them down into the little infographics.
I'm leaving the Witches and Weeb podcast to join the Vipassana school.
What? I moved for 2.2 seconds and I came back and we're broken up. That's it.
It's over. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
over.
graduating
We didn't
right
even make
now.
it to episode 4. That's it.
Update the Twitter.
Goodbye, witches and weebs.
All right. Well, now we get to talk about ourselves and what we like to do, because I think that there's one thing that none of us talked about at all, and sacrilegious.
Art.
That's true. And as the most sacrilegious person, Mia, start us off.
Hi.
Oh
Hello.
my God.
I'm an artist. I do draw digital stuff things. Yay.
Oh my God. Oh.
Honestly, if you're not like me and obsess over every little imperfection in your art, it's a really good meditation technique. I like to do it listening to music. It doesn't matter what it is, so long as I like it and it allows me to focus. That's how I'm able to get most art done. In terms of meditation, aside from that, I like to do self-reflection writing, where I kind of just take a doc or a piece of paper, a notebook, whatever, and I write down how I'm feeling when I wake up. And if I'm not in a good mood, I don't really let that dictate the rest of my day. I kind of just rant and I vent, and I am doing it to myself, and I read it over and over and over, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad I got this off my chest. Because sometimes you're not really comfortable with talking to other people about it. So you just kind of write it down, embrace it, acknowledge it, and then you go from there. Most of the meditation that I do involves writing, aside from like high vibrational music or high frequency music or music that reflects my mood. Like if I'm sad, I'll play a sad song. If I'm feeling hype, I'll play a hype song. If I'm feeling ratchet, I'll play some Cardi B or some Meg Thee Stallion or something.
There's actually been a girl that listened to Meg Thee Stallion for like 3 weeks straight, and that's all she listened to, and she came out of it way more confident. There's something in it.
It's how it makes
something
you feel.
In that music.
It's how it makes you feel. It's like when you listen to them, you feel like a bad bitch. You're like, okay, I'm feeling myself. I'm twerking in my seat. Cardi B told me that I'm a bad bitch with a lot of money. It's like affirmation. Music is affirmation. It's manifestation, it's affirmation. They're taking words, they're speaking it into existence. And I think that's really cool.
Speaking of music, if you don't mind, I'll go next because I use music as meditation. That is my thing.
Sure.
I will use a variation of frequencies. There's a playlist on Spotify that is just manifestation music, and it's all high vibe music by spiritual people that like put this stuff in. I have to find the list.
There is one artist that I found from TikTok, and their name is Iniko. And the first TikTok that made them mainstream was called The King's Affirmation. And I don't know if y'all heard it, but they're like, I will be one of the greatest. That is a vow. Yeah, that is a promise. Like, they're just speaking everything into existence. And look at them now. They're like, they're not mainstream, but they're very well known.
They're getting there.
Yes.
And the playlist is called I'm Thriving, and it's by
Drop the name.
You'll get it.
Paola Hernandez.
Paola.
I know the last name.
Paola
Hernandez. And this is the one that I go to be honest, religiously. And it just makes high vibes. Super high vibes. And then I'm also an artist who uses art to meditate. And I'm in terms of I will sit there with some colored pencils and scribble on a page like a loony bin. That's probably a terrible way to put that, and I take that back.
It's there. You spoke it out.
I did. But I don't draw anything in particular. I just sketch, and I just scribble on a page and empty my head and let it go.
Me too.
Valued.
That's how I came up with my stupid little boy band that I drew. If anyone's interested in seeing that.
Oh, okay, but actually, you could see she did like 7?
8.
I want to say 8.
An 8-member boy band.
You can see the improvement in the faces as she goes. It's really impressive.
Oh, I just thought of something that's a little silly. On the topic of high vibrational music. So, have y'all seen Mean Girls?
Yes.
Yes.
If you haven't, you're a liar.
Right. Do you remember the song that plays at the end before the credits start? After Regina,
No.
after the new plastics get hit by that bus, quote unquote, but it wasn't actually them getting hit by a bus.
No.
Okay, so the song that plays momentarily before the credits actually roll is called Orbital Halcyon On and On. And it's really good for focusing. Like, I play that song religiously when it's called Halcyon On and On by Orbital, but I'll link it to you, and it's so good.
You know what I listen to religiously? The Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack.
You're wild, but also relatable.
The first one is crack when I'm writing, because lastly, I do all kinds of art as my meditation practices. I do writing, multiple different forms of writing as meditation practices. But my big one is in the morning, I start with, if you ever read the book, The Artist's Way,
I've heard of it.
I use the method out of that book, which is every morning I get my little notebook out. I actually have the notebook here with me, and it's has a bee on it and says "Be happy" because I'm a loser.
Oh.
But it has gold. It has gold reflecting on the sides. It's really cute, actually. But anyway, I get up in the morning each morning and just brain dump 3 pages. Doesn't matter what the fuck you say. You could be ranting about yesterday. You could be ranting about all your feelings. You could be talking about some random character named Johnny. You could be talking about your little OCs and their lovers and what they're going on and what freaky shit they're into. It's about just dumping all the thoughts that are out of your brain for 3 pages. However, you don't go back and read them for 6 months.
Valid.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you have that period of self-reflection, yeah.
Yes, you can go back and relook at it and be like, I could do better. Or, that's such an ugly feeling now. You get that self-reflection.
The growth.
Growth.
Oh, you know what I didn't mention, but I'm glad that I know Bashi's going to mention this, or I'm going to mention it for him.
Do it. Read my mind.
If you don't mention fire dancing as meditation, you're fired.
That's literally my second method, so I believe I will take my turn
perfect.
as soon as you bring up that your note.
There you go.
All right. So yes, as Space has revealed, outed me out of the closet.
Listen, it's the coolest thing you could do, man.
Against mine will,
It is so
before my
cool.
time, which is actually right now. I myself have 3 methods. I have a active method, I have a passive method, and I have an internal method, something that I just sort of do. So the first one is what I call the dancing method. It is basically perform your feelings or perform your current thoughts to get them out, basically. And I myself am a fire dancer. I am trained to use fans, stabs. One time I tried using fire nunchaku. That did not work out well, but they were cool. But my favorite are my fans and my staff. And I will find not even necessarily my favorite songs, stuff that speaks to me, speaks to my current feelings. In fact, I have one very special song I use when I am overwhelmed by thoughts. It is called Loud by Louis Del Mar, and it literally starts with exactly what I want my headspace to be. The first lyrics of that song are, "Can you please sit the fuck down?" Because it is a song saying, "This is my fucking time."
I gotta listen to that.
That's
and
awesome.
I will just
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta listen to that
I will
debate now.
feel the lyrics, I will feel the beat of that entire song, and I will just move my body how I think it should be moving to that current headspace. And that is how I dance. So it's not necessarily about finding your favorite song, it's finding a song that you want to tell your head something.
I love that.
And moving through it.
I love that a lot. I never even thought about that actually. Like, especially with interpretive dancers.
Exactly. That's all it is. It is, okay, this song isn't one of my favorites. I don't even like this song. However, the lyrics of this song are what I need to tell my own brain at this point in time, and I will move with it, through it, even against it, if it is like a song that is counterproductive to what you want. You are fighting either with the music or fighting with the music.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Dude, that's such an awesome way to meditate.
Hot take.
Dude,
Real
I'm
hot
so
take.
jealous.
Now I feel like my passive method
literally.
is kind of lame.
Quite literally. No. That's just so awesome. It's such an awesome talent, too, because that takes skill.
It's skill, but it's also just practice. It's just, how do you...
That's
you don't
true.
need to be a dancer to do it. You just need to learn, oh, your body moves, and you can flow with it. Just let your body take
I don't know
you.
that shit.
Take me, body. Take me now.
I do need to do some active meditations, though, for real. I need to figure out one that I really want to learn.
I just dance around the house, honestly.
Well, if you need a passive meditation...
That's fair. That's total meditation, though.
Exactly. And if you need a passive meditation and you're either A, neurospicy,
Yes.
which is my new way of saying it, and I'm never going to stop saying it because it sounds fun, or B, ADHD and neurospicy, like me, a method I've found to focus myself to sit still is flame meditation. And that is as simple as I light a candle, I set it like 2 feet away from me, I sit down on the floor, and the way I manage to make myself stand still, I focus on the flickering of that candle. How it moves, how it just gets bigger, smaller, air sometimes takes it, sometimes it'll even go out on you. But that is, instead of me moving my body, my mind is focused entirely on that little flame's movements. And that's how I managed to sit still for a while and make my mind quiet.
Ooh, I love that. I love that because I love candles, so that's like that's a good way for me to sit down and meditate.
And finally, we have my internal method. This is one I use when I'm going through a lot of anxiety, when I have a lot of feelings, or I'm just a little overwhelmed and I need to put something out. And I call it poetry to my heart. And that is where I have a little journal. It's on my desk right now. It is with me at all times. When I'm at work, it's in my fucking backpack. And if I'm ever feeling like too overwhelmed or I'm just really stressed out, I'll just open it to a random page. It could be a filled-in page. It could have like 1 or 2 lines on it. It could even be a brand new page. And I will write out 1 or 2 lines. It is freeform poetry. It is what I'm feeling. It is just, it could be nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is no symbolism in it whatsoever. And sometimes it's even continuing on from where that page left off. But it's just, I'll be a little poetic here. And that helps me feel better. It helps me center myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's sexy.
Occasionally I get new spells out of it.
Oh shit. That's always useful though.
But it's... I went on for like the dancing method far longer than I thought I would have.
Listen,
it's the coolest one, let's be real. It's the coolest one out of all of ours. All of them.
Look, we're gonna meet up. I'm gonna teach you how to use my fans.
Don't do
the
that.
basic only rule is do not hold them upside down. Flame travels upward, so keep the wicks pointed up.
guess exactly what I'm gonna do.
And then I cinch my eyebrows off, and I have a 6 head.
Look, I
already have a 5 head, bitch. I do not need another one.
get the bangs.
Not the bangs.
That's true, I do need
Get the bangs.
not the bangs. I think I looked nice in bangs when I had bangs.
Get like the triple B bangs.
The bangs.
I do think we covered a lot of different types of
We
techniques.
really did. And you know what? Talking about it actually made me feel more relaxed.
Same, actually, I'm a vibe. I'm feeling vibey right now, but I did want to mention that there's a different type of meditation that I do with writing, and it's actually creating characters with my own
I
trauma.
do the same thing.
Ooh.
Me too. Bitch, high five.
High
I
five!
don't really get the chance to do that unless it's a tabletop game and I have to DM so many NPCs. All of them have anxiety. Help them. Help
Oh my
them.
goodness, I would have so many I would have so many traumatized NPCs. Just
Listen,
traumatized. Just like, I need to ruin your
I'm
life.
about to out myself right now. Okay, I'm a role player. I like to role play. I will make characters to and fro.
Oh my goodness.
I will literally take one character that highlights one of my traumas and another one that highlights one of my super bad weaknesses, and I will turn them into characters. And what I like
I can't
about
say
doing
shit.
that is when I find the perfect partner to write with that helps me find their resolve, it gives me an idea of how to do that with myself. And that's why I like to do it, because if I can find a solution for my
That's
character,
so sexy.
then I can find a solution for myself too. Which
Exactly.
That's actually a really
it
good
also
point.
highlights the fact that you can't do everything alone because you have a partner helping you through this stuff. So even if you feel like you're the most independent person in the entire world, you still need help. Everybody needs help.
Everybody needs help. You cannot do everything by yourself. As much as you want, like, you need help. And, like, I have to admit that I'm also a role player, and I'm literally writing a book about one of my characters I created for roleplay. No joke. So I can't even say nothing wrong about that, so.
I'm not so much a type it out role player anymore. However, I am a DM and I like to tell stories. So I use other people's characters and then build a world around them.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's still
role-playing.
role-playing. It's
Role-play
just
is,
a different
such an
type.
umbrella term for different types of writing.
True.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like, tell me D&D is not role-playing. Oh my.
I mean,
It absolutely is
Oh
role-playing.
my goodness.
It's just physical
It's just
role-playing.
literal. You're just not typing it out.
one of the characters from one of my tabletop games was played by Mia, and it was actively one of my favorite characters for a
Wait,
while.
who? Who? Don't tell. It better not be the character I think you're talking about. Who is it?
DJ.
DJ?
I forget what name we actually gave her, but it was the DJ character from Vampire.
DJ. From what?
From when we played Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, the radio hostess.
Yes.
Oh, man.
DJ Crimson.
Yeah.
I gave her like one or two basic
such a
scripts,
dope
and then
name.
all of a
What
sudden
the
she's just
fuck?
like, "All right, I'm busting it out like an actual
I
DJ."
took that character and I ran with it. Oh my goodness.
That's a dope character, though.
She was literally my exposition device at the beginning of sessions to be like, "Here's what happened last time in the city."
Oh
I
god, we're
was
such
literally
nerds.
the freaking omniscient presence. Like I knew
was good.
everything.
I love
It
that.
was good.
I forgot about that.
But, like, I have to say that all of this is just base information for you guys to dive further into, especially because there are so many more different types of meditation.
Yeah.
We could have gone on for 2 more episodes
Seriously.
easy, especially on there's so many different types of martial arts, from Islam to Southeast Asia. There's Tibetan Buddhist practice that's considered a martial art that can be used as meditation. There's so many more different things that this is just kind of a base level information for you guys to start with. And I know that I think a lot of us are going to gravitate towards art and writing, because there's many ways you can meditate with those. And I love writing as a meditation. I think it's such a good one.
Wish I knew how to write better so I can convey what I feel better.
I can't read good.
I can't write good. I can't English good.
That means you just gotta read more. Jesus, pick
I don't
up
want
a
to pick up a
book.
book. I want to be good at English now.
This is not about instant
Yes, it is.
gratification. We're in this for the long haul.
Speaking
Remember,
of
this is
reading
forever.
and writing for gratification purposes, Space, I believe it is your week to provide a little something special for our listeners. What do you have for us, my dear?
I am actually going to give these guys the same prompt that I gave you guys a couple days ago. Because I think it's a great introduction for right now, for meditation. What's your why? What is your why? Why are you interested in unraveling the mysteries of being human? Why is the mystic appealing to you? AKA the mystic being the occult. Why are you using your studies to escape, to soothe your curiosity, to begin to heal yourself through shadow work and meditation, to guide others to heal, to commune with non-embodied beings? What is your why to looking into the occult, spirituality, witchcraft, the mystic, all of those kind of goodies? That's what I want to know. And I think that's a great topic to have for meditation.
It really is.
It's a great journal topic. Everybody should be meditating on that. So, what is our next episode? Episode 4. Oh,
I know we had this one planned, looking at the call sheet here, but we also had the special one.
oh yes, the special one. We are going to be doing a special based on Samhain. Did I say that right?
It becomes
Samhain.
an E.
Fuck. You're right. Samhain, which is otherwise known as Hallows Eve, the witches' holiday, the witches' New Year.
Hooray!
October 31st, Halloween! My favorite holiday ever! Yay! So we're gonna get all into the juicy goodies that is Halloween.
Also known as queer
because I'm
Christmas.
obsessed.
Ew, I hate that. But you're right.
Okay, yeah, pretty much.
What? You're right.
It's like so spot on. Like, ew, but you're right. Like, can't help it. I love Halloween. I love everything about Halloween. I've always loved Halloween, and I'm so sad that nobody trick-or-treats anymore. But we're gonna get on all that good stuff for right before Halloween. It's gonna drop the day before Halloween, so you have it for Hallows Eve.
Look,
on October 30th.
Look, I would trick-or-treat, but I'm 31 years old. If I showed up to anybody's house in the middle of the night wearing a mask, they are calling the police.
I hope that there's a day that, like, it doesn't matter what age you are, anybody can trick-or-treat. And that will be the millennial age, I swear. We're all obsessed with Halloween. Tell me we're not.
True.
Like, we will give anything for the Halloween cheer to come back. We just can't afford it right now. My house would be decorated if I could. But, so that's going to be next week's episode. It's going to drop on October 30th, and I'm excited because I love Halloween. We gotta do a lot of research, though. We gotta do Halloween justice. We will be talking about Hollywood Halloween as well, movies, all that kind of juicy. It's gonna be a mixed episode. It's gonna be both fandom and witchcraft, so it's not gonna be one or the other.
All in costumes that you cannot see.
Yeah, I mean, I might try and do like a costume cosplay if I can.
I'm just gonna be an e-girl again.
But you might be able to see it on our TikTok.
Every year for Halloween.
I mean, shit, if that's what works.
If I get peer pressured enough, I'll do it in drag.
I'm just a different flavor of e-girl every Halloween.
I think that's it for today. I think we did really good. We did a lot of information.
I did.
I learned some shit.
And thank you all, listeners, for joining us.
I'm gonna use that grounding technique that Mia talked about for sure. I need that. Calm some anxiety.
So, we want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight and learning with us, not just from us, about the methods of meditation that are out there in the world. We hope you had a good night, and remember, the door is open to those that explore.
The door is closed to those that ignore.
We say goodnight, but not goodbye, for all of our stars are here to shine.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye,
Stay safe, everybody. Goodbye. See you next time.